Hello, welcome to Akihabara. Please look at the picture on the screen. This is Kanda Market, nearby Akihabara in Edo area, from 63 to 1869. When Samurai and Shogun ruled Japan. Its market included members' houses. It looked like a small town. Move the next picture. Many second-hand kimono shops were lined along Kanda River nearby. It was a center of fashion just like today's Harajuku. Those days, the pioneer's means of distribution of goods was water transportation. As there is a Kanda River nearby, this area was the longest base. In the Meiji period, the government amended for modernization of Japan and introduced the railway system. The railway had built from Ueno to Tohoku, the northeast rim of Honshu Island. In order to handle a lot of goods from Tohoku, Akihabara Freight Station was built and a freight line from Ueno Station was laid to the station. This station has become present GR Akihabara Station. Watch a map on the screen. Can you see a blue line? It's Kanda River in traveling direction. The blue square part on the right side is the basin or small ships, where now Yodobashi Akiba building stands. Please look at your left side. There is a small park. It used to be the Trenton concentrating the basin and the river. Can you see short pier made of light brown stone at your lower left? Goods such as wood and truck from Tohoku were transported to Akihabara Freight Station by railway and shipped from there to every place in Tokyo. Later, cars became a mainstream mode of transportation, and rivers or channels were regulated or covered by rules. Thus, the structure of Tokyo has completely changed. Now I will tell you the brief history of Akihabara after the World War II. Please look at the screen again. Because of area accident, Tokyo, including Akihabara, had been reduced to ruins. After the war, there was a black market nearby, and there was an electrical engineering college in neighborhood. Many vendors dealt in radio parts such as vacuum tube relays by the U.S. Army. As radios were the only accreditation at that time, the market flourished. Then ready-made radio expo by the college students sold like pancakes. When GHQ banned on open-air markets in 1949, vendors moved to the place under the elevations of line railway, where was offered by Tokyo government and Japan National Railways. This is the origin of present Burns Pocket and Akihabara as an electric town. The rapid electric growth after the war brought about massive production and mass consumption sector and household appliances board. People's life was improved and became more comfortable. The more you own, the happier you are. The three characteristics of the three devices at that time were black and white television, washing machines, and refrigerators. Then the new three stars were not exactly essential but electric. In 1970s, the first PC shop was opened. The advent of computers changed Akihabara dramatically. In 1790, Sony released Walkman, the forerunners of Japan brand product featuring mini ejection and high factory. In 1980s, Made in Japan brand became acknowledged by the world. People from the world visited Akihabara for electric appliances and duty-free shops included. Akihabara, the electric town, became globally famous. At the same time, PC game developers such as Nintendo game software were becoming popular. In 1990s, since Microsoft Windows 95 PC appeared, PC became widespread replied. Sophisticated computers improved the games, making the creator more realistic and stories more complete. That enable games to interact between manga or anime. Games, manga, and anime-related goods were produced and sold. On the left-hand side is Akihabara Radio Kaigan, the most well-known landmark in Akihabara, with the big yellow sign. If you took a look at the shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is the very birthplace of PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer kit named TK-80 in 1976. Present Radio Kaigan hosts many pop cultures shops representing Akihabara. Let me introduce some of them. Please watch the screen. The first shop is Card Hotel, a shop of Toreka or trading card. There are Toreka section and a duty free. At Toreka 3, many trendy cards are displayed in tradition. Please notice the price of each card, from a few dozens of yen to tens of thousands of yen. The difference is surprising. This difference tells you the need of a card, or rarity and popularity of each card. This is a duty-free space. You may have a chance to watch a head match here. Moving on to next shop, a zone on the 7th floor, a shop of doors. Door shops offer parts and items to assemble only one door in the world for your own. You can choose anime character like face or realistic face with eyeball. Doors have fans of wild fighting from otaku who love anime character and lover of attracts doors. Door owners enjoy posing their jointed doors, changing clothes and hair doors of them. While some owners make clothes for their doors, many come to Amazon for surprising accessories and fine dresses, accessories and small items. Next is a stop on the 2nd floor. This is the shop of furniture showcase service, very familiar business in Akihabara. You can rent a showcase in the shop and display and sell whatever you like using that space. You pay renter free months and sales commission to the shop. In Akihabara, however expensive, you will pay for what you will want, and what will sell if it had need. Lastly, the Akihabara gift shop on the ground floor. You can buy the goods with Akihabara each character on them and goods in season, as well as popular sweets among foreign visitors. Look at your right side. Inside of the building is Parts Market, where the street vendors moved after the war. There is no other places in the world where electric parts and device shops come treated like this. Everybody. One thing you can't miss here in the first Sony Walkman TPS-L2, it is the manufacturers of Japan brand product featuring mini transmission and high functionality. Two small window outlets are placed here. You see a lot of duty-free store buildings around the station. In front of you is Chiyo or Central Street. This is the main street of Akihabara, with the very image of a mecca of otaku. Some visitors come to Akihabara to just take pictures of the street and get started. The first Banseibashi station was built in 1912, designed by Tatsuno King, the famous artist who also designed Tokyo Station. It was a beautiful building in Tatsuno style, treated with by white hands, red brick and cars. Now Banseibashi Station was renovated as a shopping factory named Machiya Kyoto and opened it in 2013. The old red brick arches and started at attraction to the factory where shops and cafes of a century estate around your internet character. In 1923, the first station building was burned down in the wake of the Great Kanto earthquake. The second great station building was completed in 1925. Look at in front of you. You can see ordinary action of the sublight. Please look at the screen. The picture shows Akihabara when the sublight was built. The variant in front is the ordinary viaduct, and another beautiful archway space, one on right side in Hatagojo Viaduct. You can see that later. Now Tokyo Keisoki Land is coming into view on your left side. This is a store specialized in machines. There you will find any kinds of machine equipment you may need at this store. Among shops in Akihabara, where you can expect very knowledgeable salespersons, this may be the only one with super specialist who you can consult for anything about machine investment. Interesting, you can see the needs of the times from the way measure instrument sale at the store. Next is a bar gauge, which is run by Toyo Keisoki. How about a glass of drink with Jeffrey Foods in season? Old gauge and measurements in instruments are all displayed inside of the bar. So you can see beautiful arch-shaped Hatagojo Violet. There you can see the performance of popular idols groups such as Kaman Joshi or Moscow Girls now on the screen. Soon you will enjoy our experience at Onoden, where we passed by the Chill Street. Onoden is a duty-free store and an electronics-related store. Onoden deals not only in products aimed at visitors from foreign countries, but also from Japan. For example, Japanese translation car field station is on the ground floor that introduced the Japanese handwork of high quality. Now other shops collect nor display many Japanese tradition cars of high quality as well as wide renovation at one station like Onode. The second and third floor, a home application section. You will find most things you need here and enjoy shopping comfortably with kind help of store staff. The fourth floor is pop popular section where all shop deals in pop country-rich goods that represent today's Akihabara. By the way, on the ground floor of Onoden building, Akiba TV showed an open studio from here. YouTube station broadcast Akiba TV. Here you are going to enjoy VR expressive. Welcome back to your real world. How did you enjoy your experience? The taxi is going round the back street, where it's always busy with deep otaku and engineers coming and going, and lined with professional special shops which can meet their demands. It increases a spectacle of Akihabara as a town of hobby, interest and tragedy. Girls in Kamsar often hand out a flyer on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting any posts on SNS if you can see faces of passengers or those girls clearly. Now please watch the screen. This is Kotobukiya, one of the top figure and plastic model makers in Japan, established 70 years ago. Kotobukiya has items related to mirror works of movies, games and anime such as Star Wars, Final Fantasy, Studio Big Anime, and you can't find easily in other shops in Akihabara. Kotobukiya launched light look shops in 2009 with the popular of Star Wars. It became a big hit both in Japan and other countries. The street in front of you is Kanda-Myojin-shita Street. When you go ahead this street to the left, you will reach Kanda-Jinja-Shiori. Can you see a building across the road with pink ribbon and a hard speed object? That is the mark of At Home Cafe, the maiden cafes you visit in VR video. Mind Cafe is a must place to visit for Japanese pop culture fans and introduced even in guidebooks printed in foreign countries. Typically, a manned coffee shop is likened to the mansion of the guests, and riders dressed up as mass welcome to entertain the guests as their master or ladies. Nowadays, there are maid cafes of different seating and stories too. People often misunderstand what is maid cafe and who is maid-san. Maid-san in Akihabara is similar to Mike-san in Kyoto, as they invited guests to the abstract world out of the daily life. By the way, do you know esports? Esports is a variation of extreme sports and a form of competition using computer games or video games. So from Akiba personal computer and the 20th store on your left side has esports to Akihabara on the 7th floor. The second building from SoftMap is Jichun. Jichun is a gaming machine brand Japanese PC maker, mouse computer. PC market was lackluster a few years ago, but recently it is getting successful again. One factor is having demand for PC with necessary space for virtual meeting, telework, or remote work under the coronavirus pandemic. The other is the demand for making PC with even high speed for esports. If you have no idea about the present video game, please make a visit to Jichun, and your impression of a video game will totally change. The word esports came into use in 2000. In 2011, the first Esports Japan Cup was held in the USA. The International 2017 was held and its total prize money was $24 million. The first winner got about $10 million. Some of professional esports players earn more than several hundred million yen per year. Market size of esports in the world is said to be 140 million yen. Japan is a backward country in terms of esports, and it means you can expand equally in the size of the market in the future. Here I give you a quiz. It is very popular in Akihabara and you see it everywhere. What is it? The answer is gachapon. The machine that you insert coins into a seat and turn the lever and pop out a ball-shaped cup with a tool inside. On the left-hand side, gachapon kaikan with yellow signboard is coming into view. Inner walls of gachapon kaikan are opened by gachapon machine. Somehow Japanese people are affected by electro-made small things or miniatures. Whatever you get, you will be surprised at their high quality. It's always a trip to turn a lever wishing you can get the one you like. Be careful, you may spend too much money. After turning at the corner, you will see a kebab shop on the right-hand side. This star kebab first started as a food truck in Akihabara, and now they run their own shop in the back street. This is a typical story in Akihabara, and the goal is to open a business at a main street. By the way, when you hear Akihabara, an idol group AKB48 comes to most of the Japanese people. It was formed in 2005 by music producer Yasushi Akimoto, who wanted to create a group of idols you can meet. Among 7,924 girls auditioned, only 24 was selected. The name AKB comes from Akihabara, where their dress is located. Their approved first stage had 72 people, but 65 were involved staff, and the number of spectators was only 7. They performed every day on the stage and held events to interact with fans. Don Quixote is the name of a large discount chain store. This Akihabara branch is well known as the birthplace of AKB48, and the AKB48 studio is located on the 8th floor. By the way, do you know the animation movie Suit Gundam? The first series was aired in 1979, rated the same year as when Sony Walkman has received. There is a Gundam cafe in the area called Crossfield located in the trading direction. Please watch the screen. The cafe is divided into 4 areas. Tonzadina Tokyo is a hands-on environment where you can feel as if you were a mixture offer of the zone. From 1928 to 1989, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market, the biggest one in Japan, was located around here. After the market moved, this was rebuilt as an IT hub named CrossFit and opened it in 2006. Let's see some interesting shops under the electric railway. Next, recall for Akihabara shop. It is a shop spent in progress cities and records uncountable numbers of cities and records of many different grades are in the shop. Moving on next shop, Fano Store, directly made by Fano, a Japanese earphone and headphone company. Let's see next. Tokyo Video Games, a cafe and a bar. It looks like a record game crowd. You can enjoy playing games and collect here. Then please look at the right-hand side. There is Akihabara branch of Taiko Labo, a tiger of Japanese drum school of the largest seat in the world. Interstricts and 12 lessons are available here. Beat Taiko, sweat a lot, and relax straight and get refreshed. Then I will tell you the origin of the name of Akihabara. Tokyo Verkuten had fire since the Edo period. Nothing had changed even in period, and there was a fire in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was allowed to be a fire break. In the space, a Shinto shelter was built, and the soldiers who prevent fires were invited from the immediate places and inside. However, people misunderstood that Akiba Daigogen, a famous statist who prevented fire, was inside. So people called the shell Akiba-sama and this area Akiba Golden no Harappa or Akihabara means the fight of Akiba Daigogen shell. Hara in Japanese means fight or open space. This is the origin of the name Akihabara. The front left side of view is Yodobashi Camera Multimedia Akiba. Yodobashi Camera is a major Japanese retailer in electric PCs, cameras, and photograph equipment, and this is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in the building and never come back again. The guests who forgot could come back. Alive would say they don't understand why they were late for the meeting time. Now there is an entrance to the Tsukuba Line Express Akihabara station on your right side. Tsukuba Express went into operation in 2005, linking between ID Town Akihabara and Tsukuba Science City in 45 minutes. Now our tour has come to an end. How was the tour? Did you enjoy VR? We are so glad if the tour could cover the action of Akihabara. We could appreciate if you could take a few minutes to fill out a questionnaire before leaving. Thank you for joining the tour. Please come back to Rio Akihabara next time.